Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade, and today we're going to be taking a look at a flag breakout here on the Russell. Now, we just got triggered in 3 contracts short, looking at 1222.1. Stop is going to go above the high. 23.4 will go up to 23.5. Let's place our buy stop up there. Now, the first target, normally we'd like to take off the halfway point, but that's only 6 ticks away. So 1221.5 is a little too tight to be taking some profit off. So we're going to be taking 2 off down here a little bit lower at 1219.6, 1 tick ahead of that, 1219.7, and then looking for the secondary target all the way down to the 200% extension, 1215.9. Now, based on the way that the day is kind of setting up right now, I really don't think we're going to make it back all the way down to these lows here at 1215.9. It looks like it's just a big sideways day, doesn't it? I mean, we're rotating up off the highs. We made a little bit of a lower high. Now we're coming right back down to the lows. And if that happens, you're expecting prices to want to respect, back here where we were before, down at 1217.6, in that area. So instead of taking my target all the way down at the 200%, I think what I'm going to do is take it off around those previous areas of support a little bit farther down, maybe around 18.1. So let's get the target up there. And again, the reason being is we're just looking to rotate between highs back down to the lows. And if that's happening off the highs, there's no reason to believe that it's not going to happen right off the lows and drive it right back up again. And we just see us cycling back and forth, basically just a wide sideways range. It's a little bit more conservative to take your profit there, but just kind of based on what we're seeing right now, I really don't anticipating it going that far down. So we've got our targets in place. Now we're just kind of waiting from our entry. From our first target, at least, we're taking 2 off at 24. So we're looking at 48 ticks on the first one. And if we do get the second conservative target filled down here at 18.1, we're looking at 40 more. So overall, looking at about 88 ticks or so on the trade, which isn't too bad. Considering it's only 3 contracts and we're risking, I think, 14 ticks on the trade. So not bad at all. And you can see that flag pattern forming really nicely, very clearly defined, nice little flag out back to the EMA, and it drops right back down again is what we're looking for. So again, that 50% target's only 6 ticks away. That would have been filled. That's a little too tight for me, so I'm not really interested in taking profit there, looking for the bigger one at 19.7. So we'll be back in a little bit once we start moving more in our direction here, and we'll see if we can get that target filled at 19.7. All right, we're coming into our target here. We came 1 tick away from our target, 19.8. We're looking for 19.7. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lock my stop into break even +1. I don't want to give anything back on this position, but I still want to give it room to work out since we haven't had that first target taken out yet. As you can see, we came really close to our stop there. We had the open fire off at 9:30, and it immediately dropped lower, actually, and then it shot straight back up. Hit a double top at 23.4, almost took our stop out, 1 tick away. So really, really close call there, but good stop placement usually keeps you in those trades, and that's a perfect example of it. So we just got our target taken out there, 19.7. Let's lock our stop down to 1 contract now, and now we're just looking for continued pressure down to the next target here at 18.1. Again, that's the more conservative area, just looking at 18.1 simply because it just looks like a rotational kind of sideways day. Looking to buy back down at the lows and sell off of the highs. So next target, 18.1. If we can get that filled, we'll be sitting really nice on the trade. But so far, we've gotten 2 off at 24 ticks. That gives us 48 so far in the trade. So we'll give it a little bit of time, let it do its thing, and we'll come back and see if we can hit our target at 18.1. All right, we're getting a boatload of volume. Oh, there we go. Perfect. I was going to say we came 1 tick away from our target on just a huge amount of selling volume. I was going to lock my stop in a little bit closer, but now I can just cancel it. Perfect. So beautiful trade back to the downside, taking profit right off of those lows there and just looking at it as if it was a rotational sideways day. So now we're looking to buy it right back up to the highs again if that is the case. Now we need a little more confirmation before we can do that, obviously, but so far so good. Looking really nice on the trade. We're coming off the lows, potentially looking for a long if it sets up. But otherwise, that's going to be the trade for today. 84 ticks, again, taking 2 off at that 24, that first target here. And then taking an additional 1 off at the conservative area down here for 40. So that gives us 48 ticks on the trade. I'm sorry, 88 ticks on the trade. I can do math, I promise. So that's going to be the trade for today. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. And as always, we'll catch you next time.